Alright guys, quick little update. I was attempting to replace my O2 air fuel mix sensor. Let's see that original Nissan part right there. This is bank 1, sensor 1, driver side, if I'm not mistaken. I had previously replaced the passenger side and just got too lazy to do the driver at that time because these are a pain in the ass. But one problem I ran into that I want to explain to you guys, hopefully it'll save you just like it saved my ass. But you see how bad this one is here. It's the old one. When I pulled this sucker out, and I got everything off my car here. Again, this is a 2008 Infiniti G35. Just want to show you the location right down there. You can see the wire. If you follow this wire, that's the new one that's in there now. Here's the plug. But that's the O2 sensor down there. And there is room. I had the disconnect hose that goes up here. It's basically this one right here. I just pushed it back in there, get it out of the way. This piece hooks in here, so it kind of is in your way. You can't get your hand in there, but I finally got tired of shredding up my arm and whatever. Pulled that out. Also pulled this little plug out that was in my way, scraping the shit out of my arm. Tucked it back in here, and I'll plug everything back in when I'm done. And I did take all the plastic covers off of here by the bottom of the windshield, and the reason I did that, you could see this is where the wipers go. It's one wiper and the other one up there. Reason I did that is because I had all of these extensions. This is the actual adapter you need to remove that O2 sensor, by the way. You can I rented this from AutoZone for 30 bucks, and I'll get my money back as soon as I bring it back, so that's a good deal. So you're actually borrowing it, not really renting it. But I had that with this long extension on there, and that pretty much put me right up here with the extension. And I was kind of, you know, manhandling this shit to get that fucking sensor out, so I was afraid I would do damage to all these plastic parts that were up here. So I ended up just removing it all so I don't end up cracking shit like I usually do. And then I used a piece of cardboard. That piece of cardboard right there, it's pretty thick, folded in half, and I tucked it right back in here just to protect this edge of the glass, because if I were to hit that even lightly, I'd have a major fucking crack going all the way up my windshield, and I don't even want to know what a new windshield on a 08 G35 costs. So fuck that. Anyway, here's where I ran into an issue though. Manhandling this beast out of there. As you can see, I stripped the shit out of all the threads on here. And that's not the worst case. The worst case is I ended up stripping all the threads in the hole. So when I went to put the new one in, screwing the fucker in there, and it wouldn't grab at all. And so now I'm like, fuck, what do I do now? I'm not going to buy a new fucking intake manifold because I screwed up the threads down there. So what the hell am I going to do? So I start researching a little bit, and I found a video online on YouTube from a guy. Wish I could remember his name right now, but anyway, he pretty much saved my ass, man. He had a similar issue on the Ford F-150, and basically, if I could find the fucking thing, here it is. Basically, this is what you need. This little guy right here. It's a thread chaser. All right, and this one is made by OEM. That's just the brand that AutoZone sells. But this fucking thing right here was $13. All right, and it's a universal fit for any oxygen sensor. And then this little mini ratchet thing, because there's no room to work down there, was whatever, 20 bucks or so. But this thing, $13. See if I could pop the fucker out. 13 bucks for this little guy. And you can see all the little shreds of metal in there. I don't know if it's aluminum or what, but anyway, this thing saved my fucking life. And I replied to the guy's video that I saw. The dude had like 0 comments, not really any views on his video, but I thanked him so much because I wanted to cry when I found out I had stripped the fucking hole in there and I wasn't going to be able to get my new sensor in there. So anyway, I had to borrow my daughter's bike, that purple funky looking thing, and biked my ass to AutoZone and picked this fucking thing up for $13. Got this little mini ratchet so that I had enough room to work on, and I think this is a 3/8 fitting here. So 3/8 mini ratchet, and I was able to get enough room down there to hold it straight. You basically thread it in there. Once it bites, you go forward. It's going to be really hard. You back it out. You go forward, back it out, go forward, back it out, and eventually you're all the way through and you've rethreaded the fucking thing. I had my doubts, man, but I bought the fucking thing, put it in there, and now, as you can see, I got my new sensor. I just screwed it in, was able to get it all the way down totally by hand. I mean, this little fucking thing is a miracle, and it saved my fucking ass, man. I know I sound like I'm fucking crazy right now, and you've got 2 options too. You can use a 3/8 just like that with nothing on it, go right in there, or you can put a socket around this fucking thing if you have enough room and do it that way. So, I mean, probably took me 5 or 6 minutes to drill this fucking thing in a little bit at a time, back it out, in, back it out. I oiled it really good so that, you know, had some lube on it. But fucking shit. And I just found out that this thing actually works to rethread spark plug holes as well. So if you ever strip the shit out of a spark plug pulling it out, because those fucking things are a pain in the ass sometimes too, this will save your ass. So fucking A, thanks to YouTube. I was about to fucking, you know, go crazy yesterday. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. And now I'm fucking excited again. And here, oh no, that's the fucking ratchet. Trying to figure out what I did with the cover. I was so excited I ripped it up. Oh, you know what I did? I put it back in the bag. I just want to get it for you guys so that if you ever need it, you know what to look for. So see if I can get a good shot. See right there, oxygen sensor thread chaser. Used with a 3/8 socket or 3/8 square drive, whatever. You can read that. So, and you see there at the bottom here on this side, spark also works with M18 by 1.5, which is your standard spark plug thread. So, and then important, use anti-seize. Don't be the dipshit who has to redo this in a couple years or whatever and go through the whole fucking thing again. There is your part number, 25255. AutoZone, baby, $13. I'm sure you can get it cheaper online somewhere, but hey, I didn't have time to wait for shit. I fucking already missed 2 days of work. So, fuck the bullshit. Biked my ass over there, AutoZone, a couple blocks away. And here's what I like about this G35, man. Just want to put that out there because I'm a big dude. I'm about 230 plus pounds. And there's the old fucking sensor. And you put a piece of cardboard, you get your cover off here, and you can see I got all my shit. There's my cover over there. Here's all my stuff, my wipers and all the plastics around there. There's the battery cover thing, and here's the other side. Shit everywhere. There's the other fucking wiper blade. But I love this car because I'm a big fucking dude. And you lay out a piece of cardboard up here on this thing once you got all your shit off. Let me move this stuff. But, okay, you got all your covers off of here, right? And a fat fucker like me can just lay down up here and totally work in there, dude. All I had to do was cover these because these were poking the shit out of me. This is just basically where your cover sits. So you cover those with a fucking rag just like that. And just be careful with this. This is the only other thing that pokes out that you don't want to break, your dipstick here. But see, this cardboard is not too thick. Put this fucking cardboard up here just like this. flip it around just like that, and yeah, this will kind of poke out a little bit, and you don't want to break it. But dude, I could now totally fucking lay on top of this shit. Ugh. Get myself way the fuck up here, and look, I got all this fucking room to work now. I can totally get to where I need to go. My arm, you know. So anyway, this is I'm unscrewing it now. This thing screws in like fucking butter now. It's in there tight now, just with my hand. This wire will basically loop into here, right in there, like that, and it'll plug in here when I'm ready. I still have to tighten it, so I'm not gonna do all this right now. But anyway, I feel like I deserve a fucking medal, man. This was like a $900 job at the Nissan dealership or whatever, so I said, fuck that. My arms hurt, my stomach hurts, but you know what? I'm gonna fire this puppy up as soon as I tighten that up a little bit, and give you guys an update. Hopefully that did it. But I believe, let me just double check, give you guys, I don't want to give you wrong information, but the code, this was the code right here, pt.2 pt.2 bank 2 sensor 1. I may have said that incorrectly earlier. Bank 2 sensor 1 is the one I just did. That's your driver's side. Bank 1 sensor 1 is what I did previously a few months back. If you look it up, you will find it. You'll find my video on there. Anyway, hit me up if this was you know, helpful to you or whatever. Feel free to leave a comment. I don't really give a shit if you thumbs up or thumbs down. Either way, I'm not doing this for any kind of attention or any kind of fucking followers or whatever the hell. I really don't give a shit. I just, YouTube has seriously saved my ass so many times that anytime I find myself doing some shit like this, I feel obligated to make a quick video, because who knows, man, if I save one dude's ass, then I've returned the favor, you know what I mean? And hopefully everyone feels the same way about it. So whatever, man, I don't care. But just a quick, just because it covers off, and this is usually hidden and you don't see it, but I've got 0 gauge wire running. Here's a 250 amp fuse running all the way to the back of my car, to the trunk. So I got I got 3 12-inch kickers back there, believe it or not. And people are always like, how the fuck did you get 0 gauge wire all the way to the back? Well, if you take all this shit off, you'll find this guy here, right? This little rubber, that's where all your wiring runs into your car underneath your glove box. I simply cut a hole in it, push this fucker in there, and if you take your glove box apart, oh, my door's locked, but if you took your glove box apart, you would find the wire under there, and then ran it all underneath the whatever pillars, or you know, over by the doors. But let me just pop that real quick. Oh, you know what, never mind, battery's disconnected, won't be able to show you what's back there. But 3 12-inch kickers, if anybody is curious. People ask me all the time, so not on YouTube, but when I tell people I got 3 12s back there, 0 gauge running back there, they're like, what the fuck? So anyway, that's how it's done. And brand new filter. That fucker you got to get from inside too. So when I did this, I took the time to replace my filter also for my cabin air filter. So anyway, hope this was helpful to somebody. Thanks for watching.